Good afternoon, everyone. The vision of the Department of Education is this. We dream of Filipinos who passionately love their country and whose values and competencies enable them to realize their full potential and contribute meaningfully to building the nation. As a learner-centered public institution, the Department of Education continuously improves in itself to better serve its stakeholders. The vision recognizes that the world is not static, but dynamic. With the challenges and opportunities of rapid technological change and the socio-economic interdependencies that ever-increasing globalization brings, we are conscious of the need to transform education outcomes. The Philippines has recently embarked on a major reform to modernize our basic education system. For the past 5 years, we have been implementing our K-12 program, which made kindergarten compulsory and added 2 years of senior high school to the previous 4 years of secondary education. The shift was facilitated by the enactment of 2 laws, as you see on screen. K-12 is not simply adding school years to basic education to be at par with international norm, but more about the content and the intended outcomes in terms of upgrading education quality. The program involved the overhaul of our basic education curriculum to make every learner ready for either higher education or entrepreneurship or work anywhere, equipped with 21st century skills comprising learning and innovation skills, information, media, and technology skills, effective communication skills, and lastly, life and career skills. Transforming education outcomes require continuous upgrading of both content and delivery, of teaching and learning, and making full and creative use of technology in the digital age, while ensuring that such modernized education systems are inclusive and accessible. We recognize that we should not lose sight of the need to reach out to those who cannot access the formal education system. In the Philippines, while participation and completion rates have improved over the years, there are still many Filipinos who are not able to access, attend, finish formal basic education for various reasons. In 2013, there is an estimated 4 million children and youth who are out of school. This is in addition to a significant section of the labor force who have not completed their basic education. Under the current administration, the Department of Education is determined to intensify and expand the Alternative Learning System, or ALS. ALS is a second chance education program for our youth, for our out-of-school youth and adults. As defined by law, ALS is a parallel learning system that provides practical option to the existing formal instruction. There are 2 major programs of ALS. The non-formal education program, under which are the basic literacy program for illiterates and the continuing education, accreditation and equivalency program for elementary and high school dropouts. The other program, informal education. Informal education, of course, is defined as a lifelong process of learning by which a person acquires knowledge, skills, attitudes, and insights from daily experiences at home, work, play, and from life itself. Under this program are skills and livelihood trainings, community development, and entrepreneurship. The learning areas in ALS are called learning strands, which are the equivalent of the subjects in formal school system. The learners are taught communication skills, problem solving and critical thinking, sustainable use of resources or productivity, development of self and a sense of community, and expanding world vision. These are taught either face-to-face, through radio, computer, or independent and blended learning. In 2016, there are 691,461 learners enrolled in the program. In the next 3 years, following the directive of the President, we are targeting 3 million learners. You may be asking, so who are your learners? Who goes to this program? Our targeted learners are the youth and adults limited by environmental and geographical, social economic, physical, socio-psychological, and socio-cultural barriers. In the coming months, we will be in coordination with the different departments so we can work with them in educating maybe the drug surrenderies. We will expand that program, and the usual, we will be working with prisons so that we can offer ALS for those who have not finished basic education in prisons. For Muslim learners, included in the ALS program is the Arabic language and Islamic values education. For the indigenous people, we have IP education with learning materials translated to educate learners in their mother tongue. If you will meet with the ALS mobile teachers, they will tell you story after story of how they went out their way to find learners, as well as their joy when they see the learners complete their objectives, whether it's learning how to read, to write, or to count, or to passing the A&E test, or learning a new skill to augment so that they can augment their income. The joy comes from knowing that the acquired knowledge and skill will give the learner a fighting chance to be employed or overall to live a better life. ALS goes to where the learners are. In 2016, as part of the peace process, 145 combatants of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front were decommissioned. Of these decommissioned combatants, 28 attended the ALS sessions conducted at Camp Darapanan in Sultan Kudarat. The teacher, Asma Abdullah, is from the City Division of Cotabato City. Among the learners, 4 took the A&E test secondary level. 1 passed the exam. His name is Nossair Pangkoga Ali. He is now taking TVL course in TESDA, but is still planning to take up engineering in the future. To further expand and improve the implementation of ALS, the program was given a budget of 623 million in 2017. This is higher by 200 million compared to 2016. We are also finalizing the enhanced ALS curriculum to align with the K-12 basic education curriculum. This is to ensure that competencies in ALS is relevant and up to date. We are strengthening the informal education component as well and continuously upgrading the capacity of ALS implementers. We are, of course, intensifying advocacy and social mobilization. In closing, let me assure you that the Department of Education is committed to developing graduates who are well-balanced, as well as to transforming education outcomes. We do this by implementing reforms in our curriculum, and at the same time, by reaching out to those who cannot be in the formal school system through the alternative learning system, or ALS. Thank you.